Welcome to the video series Recording Techniques. The first part of this series is how to record a drum kit, and the very first episode, part 1, is how to record the bass drum. Recording a bass drum, or kick drum as we call it, is not as easy as it looks. It's essential to have the correct microphone to do the job, a microphone that will accept a high SPL, or sound pressure level. You have to use a microphone that will handle this pressure level. Any old microphone will not do. I always use dynamic microphones for recording kick drums, preferably with a large diaphragm and a cardioid pickup pattern. Pictured in the video is an AKG D3500. This is a very good general instrument microphone and very good for kick drums. I've had it for many years and I use it all the time. There are many microphones available for bass drums and drums in general. You have to shop around. The best thing to do is to go on the web and have a look what people recommend to use for miking bass drums. Cheap microphones look attractive, but if you go down that route, you will end up buying twice. Problems that can arise when recording a drum kit are the drummer's technique, which is the main problem usually, the quality of the kit, or the wrong type of microphone. I will assume that you do not have the wrong type of microphone if you've been following these guidelines. The front head of most kick drums will have a neat hole cut in it, and this is very convenient for inserting a microphone, particularly for live use. But in the studio, I don't like to do it this way, because I require more control. So I asked the drummer very nicely, "Will you please remove the front skin from your bass drum?" Sometimes I get resistance to this, sometimes the drummers use the F word, which is not at all unusual in a rock music environment anyway. But usually they do it in the end. Here you see Dan taking the front skin off his bass drum. The reason for wanting the front skin to be removed is for flexibility. By being able to position the mic in a variety of different places within the bass drum, you can always get the sound that you want. The first thing that goes in is some kind of a damper. Here's an old pillow, which is ideal. But this is not good enough on its own. It needs one of these, a double hernia. This is a piece of stone that I keep in the studio. And I've always had a piece of stone in the studio. It keeps the pad in place and makes the bass drum much more solid and anchors it to the floor so it doesn't move during the session. Now the microphone can be put in place. Avoid pointing the microphone directly at the centre of the drum. The best results are obtained by having the microphone just off centre. Sometimes you have to move the microphone closer to the skin and sometimes further away. If the drummer plays the kit in this condition with the front head removed, acoustically it does not sound as good as it did with the other head in place. But don't worry about this, because now we have a microphone in such a position that we can get just about any kick drum sound that we need from this. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this useful.